Hello. So I thought I'd just put together a video of some writing that I did. I called this one Elemental Senses. This was from August the 7th, 2022, so this year. When am I arriving? I do not know. When? Does one arrive? Even finally sing? Ever finally sing? Even remember who they are? Ah, what a question, what a delusion. Or is it? I think we go through hundreds of these throughout our lifetimes. I know I have. The skinny, the thick, the round, the tall, the oval, the spike, all are shapes and sounds, all different, but also the same, always arriving, never leaving. Here for the swing, the ladder, the pole, the beam, climbing up, down, across, always moving, shifting, changing. Now you see me, now you don't. Roar like a lion, quiet as a mouse. Fully in the thick of it, thin of it, blind as a bat, sensitive as a butterfly. Who knows why? Must we know why? Fly like an eagle, sharp as a fox, steady as a butterfly. Sorry. Steady as a buffalo, open as the sky, deep as the ocean, apple of my eye. Will things ever be the same? Should they? Could they? Ready to disappoint? No, not ever. Not even concrete stays the same. Little shifts, changes, dense, porous. Is it really structure solid or is there flex? Receive, breathe. Allow change to be a daily thing. Open to new ways of thinking, speaking, doing, becoming. Always curious, always free. A playful spirit floating in his or her dream. Yeah, so that writing came to me when I was working at the Net 360 camp. And yeah, I guess for me, it's just kind of coming back to when I read this, what comes up for me. Because when I write these things, it's interesting because they just come out. I'm not searching for them, creating them. They just are arriving. And when am I arriving? I do not know when. Does one ever arrive? Finally sing? Even remember who they are? And that whole, what a question, what a delusion. Yeah, it's like, when are we arriving? And I don't believe that we ever do arrive. I think we are here now and we've achieved something which you might describe as arriving. But really, all in a breath, you're shifting, you're changing, you're becoming. So being okay to be there, and then even finally sing, it's like, don't wait to arrive to sing. Don't wait for the play to come to you during the ambition, the pursuit of arriving, of becoming. Yeah. And just this delusion, these questions, these ponderings, these stories that we can create in our mind, and how we can create these delusions of when we will feel finally settled, when we will feel happy. Yeah, all of these things. So yeah, it's an interesting thing of just, and at that camp, a lot of what came to me was just being in the moment, in the body, in the breath, and that awareness of the air coming in and the air leaving, and feeling the shape of your body always changing. The cells in your body are always changing, shifting, becoming, dying, all of these things. So when it talks about the skinny, the thick, the round, the tall, the oval, the spike, all are shapes and sounds, all are different, but also the same. Always arriving, never leaving, here for their swing, the ladder, the pole, the beam, the climbing up, down, across, always moving, shifting, changing. So just being okay that things are always shifting and changing, and being okay with that. The more that we are ready for things to never be what they once were, and to not fully be prepared for every experience in life, everything that's coming our way, we will know that we will just be there in that moment. And I think the arriving, as I'm talking through this, when am I arriving? I do not know when. We are arriving with every breath that we are in our body. So arriving in that moment, in that conversation, in that important email that we are sending out, we are making sure we are there and we've arrived in our body, our soul, our spirit before the choices, the movements, the actions happen. Yeah, and I really like the now you see me, now you don't, roar like a lion, quiet as a mouse, fully in the thick of it, thin of it, blind as a bat, sensitive as a butterfly, who knows why? Must we know why? Fly like an eagle, sharp as a fox, steady as a buffalo, open as a sky, deep as the ocean. These are the things where we are all of those things. And being okay, I had this interesting conversation about, someone, it was a man that wasn't happy with an action or a reaction, a side of him that he showed to the world, to himself, and was saying like, that is not me. And I said, oh honey, that is you. And the more that we know that we are the lion, and we are a mouse, and we are a bat, we don't always see everything, and we are sensitive like a butterfly, whether you're a man or a woman, you are all of these things. And can you be okay with that? Can you allow yourself to roar like a lion and then be quiet as a mouse? And can you accept that both of those things are you? And not try to control the shape, the size, the playground that you are on. Not always wanting the swing, being okay for the ladder, the beam, the rope that you're climbing, being okay to have all of those things in your life and to not be the one orchestrating it. But can you be okay that all these things exist within you and just be okay with them? Can you be okay with all of you and arrive and choose your actions, choose the step you're going to take? You get to choose all of that. Just because we are a line and we have this line within us doesn't mean that we bring that forward all the time, or we feel that we want to show up in that way in that situation. We are in control of that when we have arrived in our body, our breath, our heart, our soul, our feet. We are in the feet that we are in this moment. And that whole, will things ever be the same? Should they? Could they? Do we want things to be the same? So that's something to really ponder, because we can spend a lot of time wanting to be in the past, wanting what was sweet at the beginning of a relationship that's no longer there now. When we start to linger and want things to be what they once were, we are setting ourselves up for disappointment, that whole ready to disappoint. And this whole no, not ever, not even concrete stays the same. And that's this illusion of like wanting this solid foundation to build our lives on. The reality is the foundation really so solid? And what once was foundation, is it what we want to be our foundation now? Or is it what's serving us now? So being realistic in life, and not even concrete stays the same. It shifts, it changes, it's dense, it's porous. And that whole, is it really structure, solid, or is there flex? There is a little bit within it. So being okay to, even though you know who you are, and this is who you are, and this is how you're going to show up for the world, can you be okay to be open to the potential that might not happen that way, that things might shift, that you may say something that you didn't plan on saying. You may roar a little bit like a lion when you wanted to be as quiet as a mouse. Can we allow our nature, the pure state of us, the pure state of others, to flow and to trust that whatever's meant to be will come out. Whatever's meant to be will be in that moment. And can we be open to that? Open to new ways of thinking, of speaking, of doing, of becoming. And just harnessing that, and harnessing that how you spoke yesterday might be different today. Can you allow new ways to arrive in your life and to become new, always curious, always free, a playful spirit floating in his or her dream? So can you be that playful spirit floating in your dream? A dream that has ambitions, a dream that has a pursuit, a mission. Can you allow yourself to be playful within that and also allow whatever's meant to be to arrive for you? Yeah. Thank you for listening, and I'll be curious what arrives for you. And yeah, I enjoyed sharing that, and I hope you have a beautiful day. I look forward to hearing any ponderings. Anything, please always send me a direct message if anything comes up for you. And yeah, let's connect and let's keep growing together. Yeah, I love you, I love you, I love you. I see you, I feel you, I am you. We're all so similar, and we're all on this journey together. And it's fun, a little merry-go-round. Okay, have a good day. Bye.